Hello everyone and welcome back again. In this session we will start looking on the first method to draw the network diagram, which is activity on arrow. Previously we discussed that we have two types of method to draw the network diagram and to calculate the total project duration using the critical path method. So it can be either using activity on arrow or arrow diagramming method, and the second method was the activity on node. So today we'll start learn how to develop a work activity on arrow diagramming methods to do the calculation and to calculate the total project duration. So activity on arrow. In other words, arrow diagramming method, they are the same. So they can also call it activity on arrow or arrow diagramming method. Activities are represented by arrows. Like each activity is represented by arrow. This is the how it looks at the end or after we draw the diagram. This is the diagram, the activity on arrow diagram. Each arrow here is represented an activity. So we have this activity, we have this activity. So how many activities do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 activities. How do I know? Because each arrow is represent one activity. Nodes or circles are the starting and the ending point of the activities. So this is an activity start from here and end to here. This is activity that start from here and end here. This activity start from this node, can be either node or circle. So this is the starting point and this is the end point of this activity. Activity on arrow, it can only show finish to start relationship. So we have discussed that we have different types of relationship. It can finish to start, start to start, finish to finish, and start to finish. So if we have any other type of activities that has relationship other than finish to start, then this method is not applicable. We cannot use this method if we have other types of relationship than finish to start. So activity on arrow diagramming method is only applicable if we have only finish to start relationship between the activities. So how to draw the arrow diagramming methods? As I said, each activity is represented by arrow. This is the starting point of the activity and this is the end point in the activity. The name of the activity is written at the top. It can be either excavation or if we can name it ABC alphabetics, and the duration of the activity is written at the bottom. So any activity represented by arrow, the name of the activity is written at the top, the duration of the activity is written at the bottom, 5 days, 6 days, or whatever, and the activity start from here. Activity A will finish at this point. So any arrow is represent an activity for the arrow diagramming method. If we have other activity linked with this one, if I have activity A and I have another activity B here, so this is activity A. Activity A start from here, activity A finish from here. Activity C or activity B will start from here and will end here. So this one will be the end of activity A and the start point of activity B. Okay, we have learned that the predecessor. What is predecessor? Predecessor, it means it depends on what. What must be finished, which activity must be finished in order the current activity can start. For activity A and activity B here, I have activity A, I have two arrows. This is one arrow. Start from here and finish here. Another activity linked with this one and start from here and finish here. The name of the activity is written at the top, and at the top this is activity A, this is activity B. The duration is written at the bottom at the bottom of the arrows. So activity A will start here, finish here. Activity B will start here and finish here. So from this one we know that activity B starts when activity A is finished. It means what is the predecessor of B? A. It means what activity must be finished in order B can start A. So activity A is the predecessor of activity B. Predecessor. What must be finished, which activity must be finished in order the current activity can start? It means what is the predecessor of the activity. It depends on what. The other word here, which is the new one that you will start to deal with, is the successor. Successor means what come after. So what is the successor of activity A? It means what come after A. Which activity come after A? B. So what is the successor of A? Activity B. Predecessor, what come before? It depends on what. So if we say like, what is the predecessor of activity B? It means B depends on what? A. Successor, what come after? What is the successor of activity A? Activity B. Okay, if I ask, What is the successor of activity B? We don't know. What is the successor of activity B? It means what come after B. We don't know. We are limited to these two activities as example, simple example to know the successor and the predecessor in new terms. So activity A start here, will finish here, then this is the same as the starting point of the activity B. This is finish here and the start point of B. Predecessor, it depends on what, successor, what come after. To be more accurate, this is the start of activity A. In words, it is the earliest time an activity A can start. It is the earliest time activity A can start. Here, it is the latest time activity A can finish. The latest time activity A can finish. At the same time, it is the earliest time activity B can start. Here, it is the latest time activity B can finish. So now we have two types of start and two types of finish. Earliest start and we have latest finish. So it's not just start and finish, but we will start to see two numbers of start or two dates of a start, which is the earliest start and we have the latest start. We will discuss this one in the following in more details. So what you need to know now that this is how it looks if we have two activities, activity A and activity B, and this is how they are linked together. Any arrows represent an activity. The name of the activity is written at the top, the duration at the bottom. Activity A start from here, activity B, activity A start, finish here. The same for activity B. This is the start of activity B and will finish here. Now, we look at this one. This is the simplest types of relationship, finish to start. I have activity A start from here, activity A finish here. The same time, this is the start of activity B. In word, B depends on A. B depends on A. It means the predecessor of B is A. What activity must be finished in order B can start? Activity A. So when activity A finish, activity B can start. So activity B cannot start if activity B is not finished yet. Now, if we need to draw a network diagram to explain that C, we have activity A, B, and C, and they told us that activity C depends on A and B, like the predecessor of C is A and B. It means that activity A and activity B must finish in order C can start. So this is how we draw that represent this condition. Activity C depends on A and B. A and B must finish in order C can start. So A start from here, A finish here, B start from here, B finish here. So this is the point where A and B finish, then C can start. So C depends on A and B. A and B must finish in order C can start. If we need to draw network diagram represent these conditions. We have activity A, B, and C, and they told us that activity B depends on A. When I say depends on A, it means the predecessor. The predecessor of B is A. What activity must be finished in order B can start? A. C depends also on A. So I have activity B and activity C. Both of them depends on activity A. They cannot start until A is finished. So how to present to draw this one? This is how it looks like. Activity A start here, activity A finish here. And B depends on A. So once A is finished, B can start. C depends on A. Once is A finished, C also can start. But do we have any link between B and C? No. There is no any relationship between B and C. The relationship is actually between B and A and C and A. They are not linked together. B depends on A and C depends on A. That's all. When A is finished, B can start. When A is finished, C also can start. So B and C, they are not linked together. They might can start together when A is finished. And this is also another example for A, B, C, and D activities. And the conditions here, I have A, B, C, D activities. It is telling us that C depends on A and B. C depends on A and B. It means A and B activities must finish in order C can start. Also, D depends on A and B. D also depends on A and B. It means A and B must finish in order D can start. So this is how we present or how we draw this kind of predecessor. For the first one, C depends on A and B. So when A and B finish, A start here and finish here, B start from here and finish here. So when A and B finish, C can start. So this is the first one is done. For the second one, D depends on A and B. So when A and B finish, D can start. So when A and B finish, D can start and C can start. So this is also this network represent these two conditions. The same for the others.